I know we've all been there. You wake up and think, ugh, do I have to do work today? It's another day to show up and do the grind. Showing up to the gym again, doing another homework assignment,
or small talk with a coworker that has zero self-awareness.
It's almost guaranteed that life becomes mundane at times. It becomes so easy to disengage and get demotivated in life when a sense of newness or fun fades away. It's easy to think that work or self-care is only stuff to get done, a box to check off our list, and one more day to simply get through. After enough of these days in a row, I know I start to feel really dull and bored with everything I got going on in life. Essentially what I did was I sucked out all the fun and I only see the work that I need to get done. When we were kids, it seemed like there was an endless amount of things that sparked our curiosity, and every day was filled with excitement about what we could be doing. It seemed like a sense of play was just how you lived. Play was essential. As I've grown older and I've talked to other people, it seems like the only time we get this same feeling is when we get into what psychologists call a state of flow. Flow is that sort of peak human experience in which time seems to fade away, you get really sucked into what you're doing, you only worry about what's going on right in front of you and you don't necessarily worry about the end goal. Life just seems to happen, life just seems to flow, I think is why we call it flow. I won't neglect that trauma and other serious life issues can really get in the way and heavily impact this, but I'm also not going to back down from the idea that we should retrain our ability to view life as play. And it's not that we lose this ability to engage our curiosity, but it's that we use it less the older that we get. A big reason for this is just as we get into school systems and education and especially work, play seems trivial and work is the only thing that needs to get done. Work is essential, play is trivial. Greg McKeown, the author of Essentialism, states a reason for this. Our modern school system and work life, born in the Industrial Revolution, has removed the leisure and much of the pleasure out of learning. Instead of fueling creativity through play, schools can actually kill it. He also quotes Sir Ken Robinson saying, "We have sold ourselves into a fast food model of education, and it's impoverishing our spirit and our energies as much as fast food is depleting our physical bodies. Imagination is the source of every form of human achievement, and it's the one thing that I believe we are systematically jeopardizing in the way we educate our children and ourselves." Greg also goes on to say that play is anything we do simply for the fun of it and the enjoyment of the process, not as a means to an end, but just simply enjoying what it is. For me as a personal trainer, I think I tend to view my own fitness and my own health as sometimes work to get done, but I need to come back to this idea that it's play that got me interested in this in the first thing, that health and fitness is what engaged me and when I lose myself in this state of flow.
Here in Kansas on April 22nd, there's the Land of Oz Marathon. And I was looking at that, that's about 10 weeks away from right now. I was looking at that this weekend thinking, oh, I'm not ready for a marathon, I'll just try and do a half marathon. I also like to think back and it's like, why was that my initial response? When just a couple months ago, for fun, for a sense of play, I decided to go and run a marathon just on a Saturday, not even in a race or anything. And so by choosing to view this marathon as, oh, I'm not ready for it, I just saw all of the work to get there and none of the challenge or none of the fun of getting to be ready to get there. And when I grew up, my favorite game was Pokemon. That's what I would play for fun. And for me, I viewed competitiveness and competition as a fun form of play because Pokemon is just about being the very best, right? And so for me, by viewing myself as, oh, I'm not ready to run the marathon, maybe today, but give 10 weeks of training, I could be. I didn't view all the fun sort of challenge that I could willingly take on, that I could voluntarily choose along the way. And so like today, this run I'm on right now is a 45-minute run. And it's nothing special about speed or anything like that, it's just go run. And the toughest thing for me to do was just get started because all I saw was the work and all I wanted to do was to be done with the run. But now that I'm out running, I can reframe it from like, oh, what is a way I can enjoy this? What's one way I can make this more fun and more engaging? So way I can stay in the moment and take this on more as a challenge and get more out of it even. So now it's no longer just about the work, like that's important, but now I'm viewing this as so much more.
And like I said before, being healthy to me means having a full life. And linking back to this idea of peak human experience, peak human enjoyment, this state of flow, I need to realize that play is essential. We all need to realize that play is essential to living the life we most truly want to live. When we have some of our best memories, they're all of forms of play. I recently graduated college and I've worked several minimum wage jobs over the last years, and as I've been kind of reflecting on this, I've come to realize, and I want to make the argument that the status quo of these modern work life and modern school life coerces us into just getting the minimum done and not worrying about anything else beyond that. And what I mean by doing the minimum is simply tolerating others, just barely getting by, worried about just checking something off a list, and completely disregarding about anything that kind of brings our soul alive and helps us truly enjoy things, that we can get more into this state of play and state of flow. I won't neglect that sometimes you do need to put your head down and simply do the work. I think that's what it means to be a professional, is that you show up every day willing to do the work. But a life is so much more than that. Life is so much more than doing the work. I don't want my default mode to simply be about tolerating, surviving, just doing the bare minimum. I think we should all raise our standards so that way our default mode is that, yes, we do get things checked off our list, but that we have a way of life and a way of living that allows us to go throughout and do these things in a way that we most truly enjoy them. I don't just want to survive in life. I want to have a feeling that I am thriving. And it becomes really clear that there's a big difference between survival mode and just barely trying to get by, and truly trying to strive for a full life and to thrive. You don't need play to simply survive and just get by, but if you want to thrive and you want to have a great life, you need to have a sense of play and excitement and peak human experience in order to enjoy your life to the fullest. To finish this off, I'll throw back to the book on Essentialism, and that chapter on play finishes with a question about what got you excited as a kid. For me, I loved playing Pokemon, and I look back now that a big thing about Pokemon is simply about being the very best, if that makes sense. It makes so much sense why I'm into health and fitness and trying to strive for self-improvement, because I do just enjoy the process of becoming my best. That sense of kind of competition and honing and self-betterment is just, it's always, that process is truly an enjoyment and truly is playful for me. And now, as an adult, play and self-betterment is essential to being my best, and I'd be willing to bet it's the same for you. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, my name is Brandon Scheller. I'm the founder of the Underdog Improvement Club. I'm really interested in just talking to everyday people and talking about the psychology of doing the things that we think we can. If you enjoy this video, again, leave a like and comment down below maybe what got you excited as a kid and how you can incorporate that into your own life now. I'm posting videos on here once a week, but if you do want more content, follow me on Instagram. I'm usually posting my stories or on Reels and Shorts here on YouTube every day. Stay tuned for more, and other than that, you will catch me in the next video.